That wasn't even me that did that. The song just perfectly ended right when we started. Ah, wonderful timing. I hope you're having a good day, Goat Man. I hope you're having a good birthday. I already got some stuff planned, like, specifically that we're gonna be doing. Most notably, I figured since you like Dino-Rang so much, he would be the first character we get all the heroics for. How'd it come out? Also, what kind of cake? I can't remember. There we go. Actually, before we get into the heroics, I do want to play one level. Just to try and get some completionist stuff. Brownie cake with cheesecake frosting. Oh, that sounds a bit too rich for me, but that also sounds amazing. Yeah, we're gonna try and beat one level, and then we'll do the heroics. And then I'm excited for later because I think this is the first time I've really played something out of pure request. And I know you didn't directly request it, but kind of. Not really, but I wanted to play it anyway at some point. So if I remember, we got everything in the tech area. If you want rich, try pecan pie. I've never had pecan pie or pecan pie, however you want to call it. Not once. So where could I have missed something?
You can use the portal of power to change Skylanders at any time.
Yeah, no thanks. I want to play Dino-Rang, Eon. I hope the audio's okay as well. I'm always having to constantly change it. Pecan kind of guy. Maybe I'll try it someday.
Skylanders is the magic stronger in this show.
Alright, what exactly are we missing anyway? We're missing a hat. I know for a fact it can't be in the life area, because that's just for the legendary treasure. It might have been in the tech area? No, I feel like we checked the tech area so thoroughly. I could look it up, but I don't want to. I want to try to avoid looking things up, because I've never properly 100% the game before. I don't want to do it of my own skill.
A friend is most
I'm gonna assume it's not in the tech area, because it's pretty linear. And if I remember, there's quite a few things in there, so I'd be surprised if it was there. I'm gonna assume it's in the water area. Because that was short, and I feel like it's probably... I think it's hiding something, for sure.
to unlock.
But yeah, and then I'm actually... This is gonna be a nice sort of test to see how long it's gonna take to do heroics for a character.
Skylanders of the water.
Because there's 32 of them. And we have 37 characters to go through. Let's see. It's not back here. Watching Finding Nemo in the background. Man, that's a movie I haven't watched in a while. Oh, hello, Big Mac Patty. I hope you're having a good day. We are just looking for collectible right now, and then we're gonna be doing a bunch of the challenges that the game has to offer. Oh, you know what? I think it's... Is it this teleport that we have to take, maybe? Or is that where we come out? The heroics are gonna take a while. Oh, hey, ELQ, I didn't think you'd be up around this time. I still have no idea what your time zone is, truthfully. I hope everyone's having a great day, though. Big Skylanders nerd, same. Absolutely same. Especially like the past 2 years, I've been playing it so much, or not playing it, I've been wanting to play it so much for streaming. And I slowly have just been collecting all of them. So let's see. Yeah, so that takes us up here. So I'm pretty sure we fall down here and we gotta make a pathway for us to get back through. So I'm pretty sure if I just put that there, then we can just make it back. What games do I have? So I have pretty much all the mainline games. I don't have Imaginators, but I intend to get it. And then I have all the 3DS games. Yep, okay, it was in here. Although I am missing 3DS Trap Team, so I guess I don't have all of them. Also, what a coincidence to get the birthday. You know, we'll put it on Dino-Rang, just for Goat Man. I intend to play them. So I don't have it in the title anymore. And thank you for following. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Oh, that wasn't even you. Doom Guy is neat. Thank you for following. But yeah, I intend to play through every single game, and I'm gonna max out every single playable character. But yes, hi. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. It always, I know it shouldn't, but it always surprises me just how many people come specifically for Skylanders. A lot of people just go out of their way to look for it. But yeah, here you go, Goat Man. Bam!
No.
I know it's not the best stat boost, but I mean, it's fitting. Come on. But yeah, we're gonna go through the games one at a time, and I'm gonna wait until I have every figure before we get into a game. So it's probably gonna be a while before we get around to Giants, because I have to get all the figures, but there's so much to do in this game that I think it'll be, I think it'll line up decently well.
Oh yeah, and she's been captured.
Although, forgive me, we're not going to be watching any of the cutscenes because I finished the game last time. So it's purely collectible hunting from here on out. Just recently rekindled your love for Skylanders. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be doing so. For me, it happened about, again, like 2 to 3 years ago when I finally got the last figure I was missing from this game, Spyro's Adventure, and that was Wham Shell. And then ever since, I've just been collecting. Just constant collecting. Igniter is uber-based. I never used Igniter much as a kid. I think I used him more in the 3DS version than the console version. Alright. So now we're gonna start up heroic challenges, and we're gonna have to do this with everyone at some point.
Back for more training, eh? Well, step right
Slate
up
Bam's
then.
also based. All Skylanders are based except for maybe Wrecking Ball. But that's just because Wrecking Ball's a punching bag. I don't actually hate him. Alright, what to start with? Do we just go left to right, or do we just do them in a random order? Speed ones first? I don't know which one. Oh wait, no, okay, it says the reward. Never mind. Speed ones first.
Hope you like bounce pads because this place is jam-packed.
And then
More
EOQ, thanks
importantly,
for
it's
warning
also
me.
filled
I
with
made
lots
sure
of
not to
magic
upgrade
charms.
Lightning Rod any
You'll need to
further,
collect them
so the
very
challenges would
quickly
be
to beat this
possible.
challenge. Oh, and yeah, if you need help, there's a key out there too.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Wait, what are we collecting? What are those things? They look like little health packs from a shooter. Makes it a lot faster. Yeah, thank you. I don't know why I didn't really think of doing that first. Although I will say I may not be able to read chat quite as often through these since they might take a lot of focus. I don't remember how hard they are. They might be easy. Here we go. Might have to reset your cinder. Why does that lady have sharp claws? I feel like she would attack you for some reason. I think it's just because Callie's meant to be able to fend for herself.
You're halfway there.
Thank you for telling me, narrator. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time to do this. The hardest double troubles with a Raptor might be genuinely impossible. Really? What was Double Trouble's challenge? Oh wait, there, I missed one. Just try it and you'll see. I mean, now I'm curious. I mean, I'm willing to put the dedication in. If it takes me 6 hours to do Double Trouble with a Raptor, I'll do it. Well, here, actually, I got an idea. Never mind, I think I knocked half the magic items off my desk. I don't know where any of them are. Because I think you're allowed to use magic items, so surely those can help with whatever the challenge is. Ten more. It's looking like I might need to get the key. Question is, where's the key?
1 minute
Here,
remaining.
maybe? No. Oh, is the key gonna be in that water portion? It might be. If you have Anvil Rain, it should make it more doable. Okay. Yeah, I've got all the magic items, so that won't be an issue. Oh, there's one. Got it. Oh, really? Well, the key is optional, isn't it? I could just go to the left here. Unless I already came here. I already came here, didn't I? I absolutely already came here. I have no sense of direction, but we can make it. It's fine. Okay, where are my boots? I can't make it. I can't make it without the boots. Oh, no. I can't find them. Oh, here they are. Here they are. There we go. I don't think you're gonna make it. No, I'll make it. I'll make it. It's fine. I thought the key was gonna be optional.
10 seconds remaining.
Go, 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 go! See, it's easy. You did it, little goat man. Congratulations. 8 speed. Wow.
Way to go! You just aced one tough heroic challenge. Now, not only will you get some extra power, but also my own personal thumbs up.
All right, what's next for speed? Here we go. Igniters. Mining is the key. Double trouble is speed. Oh no.
You're gonna need are the keys. There's one for each gate buried in the rocks. Which rocks? I don't know. Keep mining until you find one.
I'm willing
And
to
watch out
try
for
it
those
until
horrible
it's
rhubarbs.
like I'm even
Do
willing
this
to
quickly
reset
enough,
the
and you'll
eruptor
be
to try the
rewarded
other
with
path
lucky
if it makes it
Sticks.
easier. It sounds like it's a combat challenge. I didn't read what Cass was saying.
The key.
Okay, find the keys in the earth. Got it, got it, got it. Very precise combat challenge. Oh, is it like you have to kill an enemy without killing another enemy? And because the Raptor is all splash damage? That sounds like it could be it. Okay. Well, we'll see.
You have revealed a key.
I'm gonna assume this is random, by the way, and I'm just getting immense luck. Just resetting Dr. Health. That's what I'm thinking. I may have to reset him, which I would like to avoid doing, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll avoid paint. God. Give me the keys. Oh, right, I'm an Earth Skylander. I can just break them.
You have revealed a key. You have revealed a key.
Oh, it's the little cutscene necessary every time. Oh, I gotta get 2 keys for this one.
You have revealed a key.
Happy Kuwait National Day. Kuwait? No offense, I've got no idea what that is.
You have revealed a key.
I don't know if it's a holiday or if it's a location. I just dropped my controller. Uh-oh. There we go. Middle Eastern country. NA education. No. Maybe.
You have revealed a charm.
All right, Mr. European man. Name 30 of the U.S. states.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
See, it's funny because not even I could name 30 of the U.S. states if I tried.
Way to go! You just aced one tough heroic challenge. Now, not only will you get some extra power, but also my own personal thumbs up.
It's like telling me to name 30 My Little Pony characters. All right, where's Double Trouble? Hit trolls and not paintings. Warning, this is tough. Pointless info. Oh, I see how it is.
Help! These ugly trolls have stolen our most valuable works of art. Admittedly, they're pretty weird works of art, but still. You must take out all the troll guards, and whatever you do, don't hit any of the paintings. Frankly, I'd stay away from the vases too, but definitely not the paintings.
3, 2.
Country's National Day. So I brought base Skylanders like Hammer Slam Bowser Turbocharged for the occasion. Bro, I can't wait to try them out. I didn't really mention it before, but even though I own all the games, I've only played the first 3 because I wanted Superchargers and Imaginators to be blind playthroughs. Ah! Oh my god, I'm on a time limit as well for this? Also, the time is kind of tight. I don't know why I don't remember this one. You know, here, I'll put the winged boots back on just to make this easier for the first try. Oh, right, Trap Team's another. You know, I thought it was weird that I only named 2 of them. I didn't really think about that. No, we're zooming. But yeah, no, Trap Team is included in that. I already missed a lot. No! Is Trap Team blind? Yes. Well, okay. So here's the summary. Spyro's Adventure I played a lot as a kid. This is not a blind playthrough at all. This is the one I've played the most. Giants I played once as a kid. So I know pretty much nothing of it other than watching ELQ do a bunch of challenge runs, but even then I didn't get to see any of the side areas really. Swap Force I did like a full playthrough about a year and a half ago, I'll say. So I remember a lot of it, but a lot of it slips away. But then Trap Team and Superchargers, I only did the first level just to make sure they worked. Everything else is going to be blind. And then Imaginators is full blind. I've seen nothing of Imaginators. I should not be looking at chat. I should be running. I should be running. Where are they? There's one.
We've almost made it.
We've almost made it.
1 minute remaining.
I'm gonna hope to God the trolls can't break the paintings or I'm gonna be mad. Trap Team is 22 levels. Ooh. Oh, yeah, no, I definitely can't read chat while playing this one. If it's really this strict. I'm gonna hope it's back here. I hear them.
One more to go. Heroic
Okay.
challenge complete. Excellent job.
Can the funny streamer man do it? He can! He absolutely can. I think that's definitely possible with Eruptor. If you can, like, kite the enemies.
Way to go! You just aced one tough heroic challenge. Now, not only will
Biggest
you get
reason
some
you like
extra
Superchargers
power,
is because they
but
brought
also my
back
own
Captain
personal
Cluck.
thumbs up.
I don't think I know who that is. The Grenadiers are the worst. Are you gonna collect Series 2s, 3s, 4s with the weapon? Yes! All characters and all variants. So, Series 2, 3, 4s, Light Cores, all the different Superchargers, all the different recolored characters. The only thing I'm not going to be doing are Chase variants. Make it through the minefield. Warning, this is tough. Evian Eon's Elite? Yes, and I actually got my first Eon's Elite about a week or two ago.
Enchanted boots grant
Looks
you
like I
Everyone.
dropped you right inside
And I think I
minefield.
added it up. I think it's
So you'll need to be very careful as you make
450
your
something
way
characters
through it and
across
try to find
every
the royal
series.
scepter of
But
North.
that's also
Trolls
including
will try to stop you, though. They really love the royal
all the
scepter of
traps,
North.
which you don't have to
That's
upgrade
probably
those
why they stole it in
anyway,
the first place.
and all the creation crystals from Imaginators. So no legendaries or golds. Oh, hold on, I gotta zoom through this. No, I'll be doing legendary characters. And if they show up differently in game, like for example legendary Spyro, then absolutely I'm going to do it. What the hell is a Chase variant? Those are the ones that, like, they look like, how do I describe it? Like Green Gilgrunt or Blue Bash, where the figure's different, but it's pretty much identical to the character, and it doesn't show up differently in-game at all. Yeah, it's called a Chase variant because it's just you chase after it. You try to collect them and get them before anyone else. No, the UFO hat, I would count that as a figure, and I intend to get one. I don't know how to get one, because they're expensive, but I'll figure something out. I don't need to kill these guys, so let's just move forward. You know, here. I think I can pull up an image real quick. Because you most likely may have seen one in the stores before. Yeah, here's a great example. Sorry, I'm still learning how to, like, quickly get images within... Is it gonna let me browse my... Oh, hold on. I apologize. It's on the other monitor, so I gotta change the HDMI real quick. I'm still learning how to stream. These, the ones that are pretty much just a pure color, they don't show up differently in game. They are purely for people that want to collect. You know, they don't have any special abilities. They don't have any stat differences. It's just the figures different. So yeah, ones like Pumpkin Eyebrow, Blue Bash, Ruby Drill Sergeant. And you know, I'm sitting here talking about how I don't really care about them. I bought one the other day. Mostly just because I really like Sprocket, and the person was just gonna throw it in for free. I actually, that lot I got, I think I got a good deal on it. I'm unsure. It was, I'd have to look at the list. I could check after this challenge. Ooh. Yoink.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
I used to have Red Drill Sergeant as a kid. You know what happened? I was excited. I brought it home. He didn't show up differently in game, and then I gave him to a friend.
Way to go! You just aced
I just gave him to a friend that didn't have Drill Sergeant.
Now, not only will you get some
and I
extra
never
power,
got a chase
but also
variant
my
after
own
that again.
Personal thumbs up.
Until recently. Where is it? Okay, here we go. I got Legendary Bushwhack, Legendary Deja Vu. I got a Chase variant of Heavy Duty Sprocket. I got Stormblade, Super Gulp Pop Fizz, Fling Kong, Dark Super Shot Stealth Elf, Light Core Wham Shell, and Rocky Roll for about $45. The uber rare Golden Cannon from the Battle Packs and Swap Force or Giant? I think that's considered one from Giants. Are there any more speed ones? I don't think so. Oh wait, no, there's one more.
Enchanted.
But yeah, chase variants, if I ever start collecting them, it'll be after I've pretty much gotten everything else. They're just not a priority for me, unless it's just one I really like and it's really easy to get.
3, 2, 1.
Everything else, though, absolutely gonna get it.
2 teleporters have appeared.
Oh, it's this one.
A teleporter has appeared.
I'm just seeing the whole Pumpkin Eyebrow debate in chat. The right one is always in the middle of the screen. Oh. I didn't see it for this one, but that is good to know. That seems like an oversight.
The teleporter has appeared.
Yeah. Well, not just a complete collection. I'm going for a complete maxed out collection. Where all the characters are fully leveled, fully upgraded. You know, they got all their WoW POWs and whatnot. I'm excited to do it. I always wanted to do it ever since I was a kid, but you know, I just could never afford it.
Teleporters have appeared.
Yeah, I have very few actual chase variants, and usually I would just get them as like a bonus whenever I buy a lot.
2 teleporters have appeared.
Oh my god, this makes it so much easier. Thank you, ELQ. I would have never suspected that. Whatcha?
2 teleporters have appeared.
I mean, if we're being honest, most of the chase variants do kind of look like bootlegs.
Teleporters have appeared.
Even getting employee exclusives. So here's the thing, with Vicarious Visions Wind Up, I actually don't know what to call it. I don't know if you call it Wind Up or Vicarious Wind Up, whatever it is. I'm probably just gonna get an NFC card for that one. Although ones like Robo, I would like to get legit. But that one, I don't even know if you can get a real version of that one.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
Yeah, the glow-in-the-dark ones.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, glow-in-the-dark
Didn't think you
figures
had
in
it
general,
ya. But you
they don't
took this
age very
challenge
well.
on and really
Because the
tore it up.
smallest amount of
Enjoy
dust
the
just
extra power.
completely ruins them. Oh. Yeah, that could happen. The NFC chips could give in. Alright. Is that all the speeds? I think so. So we're gonna just start going in order, I think.
This
I
won't be
personally
easy
like
for a
it when the
great Skylander
Skylanders have, like,
yourself. You've just got to take out 100
different
enemies.
glow-in-the-dark aspects of them, like how Stealth
that's
Elf's
too
eyes
easy.
are glow-in-the-dark,
Let's make
and
it
Deja
interesting,
Vu's eyes are
shall we?
glow-in-the-dark. I
100
love that.
enemies, and you'll need to do it in just a few minutes.
3, 2, 1.
How rad would it have been if Light Course also glowed in the dark? I don't know if you could do that and have them still glow in the portal, but man. Oh my god, this is chompy genocide. Get over here. Oh, these poor chompies. I do apologize if I missed stuff in chat, by the way. There's a lot going on over there, and I'm doing a lot of time-based challenges. So please forgive me. Quick Shot Rattle Shake is obviously the best. Isn't that the white and blue one? I always wanted that one. I actually do. I can't wait to get a bunch of the variants for swappers because I love that you can mix and match the variant pieces. Oh, he glows in the dark too? Oh, I didn't know that. That's rad. Oh, okay, that's what you meant by GITV, glow in the dark. Gotcha. Alright, well, this one seems pretty easy. Unless there's exactly 100 chompies and I'm gonna miss one. Nope, okay, that was easy. I actually don't know if I have a favorite variant, honestly.
Way to go! You just aced one tough heroic challenge. Now, not only will you get some extra power, but also my own personal thumbs up.
Yeah, I don't know if I could pick one. I would have to look at all of them if I were to pick one. But off the top of my head, I do like Love Potion Pop Fizz quite a bit.
Those ugly trolls have stolen the 5 singing gems. To find them all, you're going to really need to know your way around this creepy place. Oh, and use a lot of bombs.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, one moment. Oh, excuse me. Oh, so sorry. Oh, no, I didn't want to restart. No.
Those ugly trolls have stolen the 5 singing gems.
Sparkle Hothead is one of your favorite chases. I think I've seen that one.
Oh,
Oh, it
use a
lights
lot
up
of
as
bombs.
blue. Oh, that's cool. I wish chase variants in general just had more uniqueness to them. Oh, okay, gotta keep going back for the bomb. I'll probably open up new shortcuts to new bombs. Here, this would be a good one for the winged boots. You gotta head to bed? Hey man, thanks for stopping by. I massively appreciate it, and thank you for the follow. I hope you have a good night. Where's more bombs? Give me more bombs. There we go. It's always good to try and just keep a good sleep schedule, honestly. Like, staying up is fun, but I stayed up last night, and man, did I regret it. I wasn't out of bed until 1 p.m. Yeah, take care, man. Snowder Dash is a really cool chase variant. Oh, did they do like a snowy smolder dash? That's awesome. Man, I want to look into chase variants, but they're always so expensive, you know?
You're halfway.
3. Yeah, thanks, Dino-Rang. But yeah, I think after this next order, also, I don't know if I mentioned it. I think it's Silver Sprocket that I got. But, okay, I thought I could throw it over there. I have Glow-in-the-Dark Cinder. I've got Silver Heavy-Duty Sprocket. And I've got Gold Washbuckler. And I think those are the only chase variants I have. Just because, again, I just never wanted to mess with them. Okay, well, where are we? Okay, we're back here. There was a teleporter I just kind of passed by. Maybe this is where another one is. I'm also trying to think, what do y'all think would be better? Doing all of them one character, like I do all 32 for one character at a time? Or should I try to do every heroic challenge with every character? Like we do all of Double Trouble's heroic challenges, and then we move on to all of Stealth Elf's. Okay, right, I gotta get a bomb for this. What am I doing? I'm just walking in circles. I'm not used to having to go fast. Where's a better bomb? I think this is the only one I have. No, what am I doing? This is not the way to be going.
1 minute remaining.
All 32 for one at a time? Okay. I didn't know what would be more fun to watch.
You almost made it.
Where haven't I gone yet? I mean, there's a wall, okay. Got it.
Challenge complete. Excellent
All
job.
32 for one, okay.
Wow, didn't think you had it in ya. But you took this challenge on and really tore it up. Enjoy the extra power.
Oh, whoops. Why does it start you on no? You gotta sit through the portal animation Kelly's talking every time. Yeah.
Grant you great speed.
Back.
Destroy the 6 ghostly paintings. Easy.
Enchanted
6
boots
innocent
grant
souls are
you
trapped
great
inside
speed.
paintings
I like
in this
that
little place.
Eon just talks
Destroy
over her
the
every
paintings to
time.
set them free, but watch out. The undead won't like this one bit. And remember, the zombies can only be defeated by fire champions.
3, 2, 1.
The Wii version is so much more polished. I gotta look into the HD versions. I might play them for fun one day, just to see what it's like.
Painting destroyed. Painting destroyed.
Played the regular. You played on the rough for XPEC port. XPEC. I don't think I know what that means, unless that's like the people, like the developer that was in charge of the HD versions.
Painting destroyed.
Man, this one's going by quick. Also, it is insane how much faster you move with the heroic stun. Oh my god. Oh, okay, expect port. Still no idea what expect port is, though, unless, again, it's just the HD versions. This key opens from the other side. Where do I use this key, then? God, considering I've done all these heroics in the past, you think they would have stuck with me. Unfortunately, I already used the winged boots. Oh, wait, get the winged hat on. Oh, but it's Goatman's birthday. I don't want to take the birthday hat off. That's why we're doing this, in case you missed it, by the way. ELQ. Oops. Since Dino-Rang's his favorite. Here's another key, but... Don't care too much. A hat's a hat. Okay. You can't edit your Skylanders in these modes. Okay. Alright, that one's easy.
Challenge complete. Excellent job.
Yeah, I gotta back out of the trials if I want to put it on.
You did it! I've seen plenty of heroes go down in this challenge, but you really hung in there and nailed it. I'm impressed. And I don't say that often.
But yeah, for Goatman's birthday, I'm maxing out Dino-Rang. And then later, we're actually going to be playing one of the SpongeBob platformers. Which is, I'm hoping I included it in the stream title. I don't know if the title was too long. Hats. Oh, I have all the hats now. Oh, cool. I didn't even realize. With elk steaks tonight. Oh, man. I don't know if I've ever had, like, elk steak. I've had elk jerky. And it was good. Oh, it was so good. Kill the 6 giant spiders. This is gonna take forever.
This place is
3, 2.
You know what? I'm just gonna skip Callie's intros. Kill the spiders, easy. This would be a lot easier if I was a Prism Break, though.
Spider eliminated.
It is such a threatening voice clip. Finger's really good too, only when they're juicy. Juice has a little flavor. Oh, fingers? I guess it would be equivalent to a steak finger, wouldn't it?
Spider eliminated.
Oh, right, we need a bomb for the crystals. Okay.
Spider eliminated.
Yeah, I love Prism Break. I love just like character-specific abilities, or I guess element-specific abilities, I should say.
Spider eliminated.
Like Prism Break being able to break the crystals, Earth characters being able to break rocks without the pickaxe, Drill Sergeant being able to do it despite not being an Earth Skylander, Fire characters being able to kill zombies or light up areas more. It's just so cool to me. Water characters getting to naturally swim. I really wish they went all out with it in the future games. Oh, absolutely. I love Prism Break. One of my favorites as a kid, for sure. Alright, that's another easy one.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
If anything, I think it would probably be harder if I was doing all the crystals, because then it wouldn't be as linear.
You did it! I've seen plenty of heroes go down in this challenge, but you really hung in there and nailed it. I'm impressed. And I don't say that often.
Unfortunately, I can't skip her victory dialogue, but
Spider eliminated.
Magic and tech can't do a whole lot as an element.
So
Just
here's
given
the
some
pitch.
type of flying ability.
Each time you defeat
Yeah.
all the enemies in a room, a teleporter will appear. Take the teleporter to the next spot, but
3, 2, 1.
I don't think I have to worry about time anymore, just because of all the speed.
A teleporter has appeared. A teleporter has appeared.
I'm trying to think of what you could do for magic and tech. Because, yeah, a lot of the time they just end up giving them what other elements have naturally, like swimming or flying.
A teleporter has appeared. Two teleporters have appeared.
Alright, if we're assuming this is the same logic, I still go in the one that's at the center of the screen. God, that's so nice to know. That's gonna
teleporter has
save
appeared.
so much time. uh,
Right there. A teleporter has appeared. A teleporter has appeared.
I mean, I guess tech Skylanders have the benefit of just typically being designed with more range in mind. Because the tech Skylanders are easily the spammiest, at least in my opinion.
Two teleporters have appeared.
And then I guess magic they're just meant to be like all-rounders. You know what? That's actually probably a big reason they did it. Since everyone starts with, I mean, look, 'cause you start with Gilgrim. So going over water wouldn't be a problem.
Tribal mask revealed.
Yeah, I don't know then.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
Life has one purpose. Purpose in the second level is all because they forgot to put a life gate.
you did it! I've seen
Yeah.
plenty of heroes go down in this challenge.
I never
but you
never
really
understood
hung in
it.
there and nailed it.
I wonder if that
impressed.
really is just
And I
that they
don't say
just
that
forgot to
often.
put a life gate there. I never thought about it, but that would probably make the most sense. Also, I feel like I just got like a camera shot out of bounds for a millisecond there. Oh, we gotta get the golden spork.
You've got to find the buttons to lower the gates that guard the...
Yeah. I know what I'm doing at this point. No fear. Minor fear. Okay, which way are we going? Let's just go straight ahead. Alright, wasn't straight. Let's try left. Well, at least that one was a lot shorter, but still. Literally only 4 elements have element-related stuff, and a handful were just flying abilities. Yeah. If Skylanders were to ever be rebooted, I wouldn't mind if they wanted to try, like, reworking characters. But then you run into the issue of people are gonna miss the old characters and the way they used to play. Which I guess was the purpose of Series 2 figures, but they kept 99% of their moveset the same, so... And they just added one thing. Okay, now we gotta go hit buttons. I see. I don't know. I get why they did it, but I would have loved to have seen more experimentation with Skylanders, for sure. Like they did with Superchargers and reworking 8 characters from the past. For better or for worse, you know? At least it's something different. And I would have loved to have seen more of it. Oh, wait, no, I was supposed to go straight. Whoops. Well, I hope I can make it in time.
1 minute remaining.
Technically through since the flying abilities aren't exclusive to air.
Enchanted moves grant you great speed.
Yeah, I don't know. Right, straight ahead, straight ahead. Go hit the button.
Golden sport.
Golden sport revealed. All right, give.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
That one's not so bad once you know what to do.
Wow, didn't think you had it in ya. But you took this challenge on and really tore it up. Enjoy the extra power.
God, do they not expect you to want to do all of them back to back? Because the voice lines do get a bit annoying. Rescue 6 sheep from thieves inside the mine. Superchargers actually does stuff with the elements, but it's all just stat boosts and all that.
In
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, honestly, you know something that always annoyed me
Rescue.
about Superchargers and Onward? I kind of hate that the traps became irrelevant. I mean, I could even say Trap Team on 3DS and Onward, because they weren't even used in that game. I mean, I understand not bringing, like, the whole concept of trapping back, but I just wish I could play as my villains in future games. And, you know, I know they still have the minor effect of, like, Sky Stones, but you know what I mean. I want to play as them. What is the point of that block? Okay.
Sheep rescue.
There's one. Oh man, he's special. He gets a cutscene and everything. And he's also outrunning my boomerangs.
Sheep rescued.
I'm happy for more Skylanders, but don't have the urge to pour every trappable in my save. Exactly. I mean, and I know in Superchargers you can also use the traps for like stat boosts on your cars, but what's the point when the Chaos one is objectively the best one, you know? At least I assume it's the best one.
Almost made it.
What is the point of the cutscene if most of them are just gonna stand still? I guess I would have thought they would have been there. Chaos Shop isn't even that expensive. Oh, absolutely. The Chaos Cup isn't that expensive either. I think I have 3 or 4 of them now, just from lots.
Job.
Even though I try to avoid duplicates, but everyone's just like, I'm gonna throw this in for you, just for free. You know, shop anytime, come back.
Way to go! You
And
just
it's
ate
the
one
same
top
thing
heroic
every time.
challenge.
It's
Now, not only will you get
it's
some
either
extra
like a
power,
life trap or
also
it's a
my
Chaos
own
trophy.
personal thumbs up.
Bash. Find magical ore buried within the rocks. More critical hit. If I get dupes, I just give it to my sisters. That's cool. I just have like a box in my closet for duplicates right now. It's not that big. I don't mean to make it sound bigger than it actually is, but... For me, I'm probably just gonna end up just giving them either to a game store for like, try to get like a couple bucks each for each of them, or... I might just sell them on Mercury. I don't know yet. This has to be one, right? Really? I wonder if theoretically you could just get all of them back to back in this. I feel like heroics could be pretty fun if they really do have this many random elements. Or if it's the same spot every time, then I feel like it wouldn't be quite as fun. I don't know, maybe that's controversial, but I love it when speedruns have random elements because you just never know which way they're gonna go, you know?
You're halfway there.
Now that's not to say that ones that are purely about skill and tech aren't interesting. Absolutely they're interesting. I'm just saying that there's probably a reason Minecraft is the #1 speedrun game, and it's because you literally never know what's gonna happen. I use Mercury quite a bit. It's getting a lot harder to find figures I need. Yeah, that's the one I use Mercury easily the most. I've probably bought a dozen or so lots from it. But man, when you just want like a couple from someone, it can always be a hassle. I will say that I found a lot of good deals on a lot of nice people on there. You know what, I was a little cynical about, you know, getting like freebies. But I will say, one lady on Mercury, she was like, you know, I have a bunch of unlisted stuff if you're interested in any of it. I'm like, no, I don't really need to get more than this. I'm already spending more than I probably should. And she told me, you know, like, do you have any interesting traps? And I said, no, I haven't started getting any of the traps yet. I don't have any. And she threw in, I think, 2 or 3 fire ones just for free for Christmas. And that was really nice. And she even made sure they weren't duplicates.
Way to go! You just aced one tough heroic challenge. Now, not only will you get some extra power, but also
So, yeah,
my
rarely do I ever
personal
find someone that's like
thumbs up.
rude on Mercury. And usually the rudest thing they'll do is not ship it and waste my time. Search the dungeon for amber medallions. Reward critical hit. I spent $250 on Sensei. God, you know what's funny about that? You're lucky to get Robo for that price. You know, a singular Sensei. Oh, man. Alright, well, it went to this one first, so we're going here. But you didn't get Robo. Man. I don't know how much I've spent on Senseis. I only have 4. And, you know, like one of them... Oh, sorry, 2 of them are just the Crash Bandicoot crossover, so I don't even know if you want to count those, because those ones are super easy to get. But I have the Crash, I have Cortex, I have Kingpin, and I have Triton. And those are the only ones I've ever tried to get. I will say, Imaginator's figure quality is actually really, really good. Kingpin and Tri-Tip look amazing. You got Buckshot, Dr. Crankcase, Flare Wolf, Bad Juju, Boom Bloom, Crash, Chopscotch, Blastertron, and Steel-Plated Hoodsicle. Nice! Like, genuinely really nice. I don't know if it's, like, a good deal, but just in terms of characters, those are all really cool ones. One that I really want to get. I love Tidepool's design, and I really want to get her at some point. Okay, grab the key. Well, I didn't see where the key was. Okay, there's the key. Buckshot and Flare Wolf 30. Yeah, I guess I probably should start using Skylander characters list, his site. Just for, you know, prices on stuff. Because that actually happened with the recent order I got. Was, the original deal was $35, and then the guy looked up the prices. And he was like, wait a minute, this is like $100 worth of figures. And I tried to be genuine with him and say, I had no idea they were worth that much. I promised they weren't worth that much 2 years ago. I'm not trying to scam you, I'm just ignorant. $30 each, okay. Considering the prices I see a lot of the senseis, that seems reasonable. But yeah, the guy that said, you know, it would have been like $100 order, he was still willing to give it to me for 50 because he just didn't really want them. So that was nice. Again, like, it is full of nice people. I didn't even take the teleporter. Is this necessary?
One more to go.
That being said, where's the last one? I probably should have been paying attention more, actually. I got 6 on the left side, 6 on the right side.
1 minute remaining.
Oh.
Heroic challenge complete.
Okay.
Excellent job.
Why did they make such a big deal about it then? I guess because I didn't get the 12th one.
You did it! I've seen plenty of heroes go down in this challenge, but you really hung in there and nailed it. I'm impressed. And I don't say that often.
You have said that at least 5 times, Callie. Pick a path and take out the chompies. Man, we've already been going for an hour.
And you need to take out 100.
It does not feel like that at all.
It's all about picking the right path and breaking barrels. That's where the keys are.
3, 2.
Yeah, I think... I definitely think grinding in Skylanders, I'm only going to be doing 1 character at a time. I thought maybe I could do 2. But it's looking like it's going to take about 2 hours on
You have
average.
revealed a key.
So I think, yeah, we'll just do it 1 character at a time. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'll probably just do, you know, like, I'll do a character, I'll do all their heroics, and then we'll play a game afterwards. Honestly, the thing I'm intimidated the absolute most by is Swap Force quests. Because having to do, I think it's 5 or 10 PvP matches with every single character, that's gonna be hard. I mean, it's not gonna be hard, but it's gonna be so time-consuming.
You have revealed a key.
What do you get from family members? You really want to get Starcast and Wolfgang. Some characters don't have the challenge.
You're halfway there.
I assumed every character had Swap Force challenges. Or quests, I guess is what they're called. And then there is something I did think about, because I know it's something people are inevitably going to ask more about, which is, am I going to get max money on every character? And to that, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do 65,000 gold on every character. Okay, let's get the boots back on. I've seen that too. I spent hours playing in the arena for that challenge, but some don't. It's when I was only had 14 figures.
Great speed.
I mean, it's nice to know that I won't have to do it with every character, but I assume you have to do it with at least every Swap Force original. Which, I mean, that's still like a good 60 characters. Where's the key? Where's the key?
You have revealed a key.
But yeah, I gotta think more on whether or not I want to get max money. Because truthfully, if I'm gonna get max money, I'm not gonna do it legit. I'll just say it now.
Heroic challenge
I'm gonna use
complete.
glitches and
Excellent job.
exploits just because it's a lot to ask. PvP was a Giants challenge for everyone, I think, so maybe Swap Force characters didn't always. Well, when the only character I've ever truly maxed out was Spyro.
Way to go!
And he had the PvP
you just
challenge.
aced one tough heroic challenge. Now, not only will you get some extra power, but also my own personal thumbs up.
Here. Yeah, Spyro Skylanders. Where is it? That's weird. Usually this site has their quests. Huh. Oh well. We'll get there when we get there. Find your way through the pod maze. Also, hi, Trash Guy Bob. I completely, my mind slipped past that. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for stopping by.
Enchanted
Many great
boots
heroes have
grant
gone
you
mad
great
trying to get
speed.
through this maze of bounce pods. If you're careful and don't go too crazy, you just might make it out
Everyone in
in time.
Giants have the same basic challenges: PvP, elemental damage, food, etc. You can't tell me what to do, Callie. I'm gonna go as crazy as I want. Ooh. Oh, I gotta get 3 keys. Okay. That's not too bad, I guess. As long as they're as easy to get as this one is. I think Pod Gauntlet. Oop. Pod Gauntlet wasn't added to Giants because the Giants couldn't do it. That's actually really funny. Alright, there are heroics in Giants, aren't there? I think I've heard people say that the SSA characters get even more heroics in Giants. Is that true? Or am I misunderstanding that? Okay, 3 more keys, so I probably can't play quite as risky. SSI characters max heroics 50. 50? Interesting. Come on. Here we go. Where do the other... Because if there's 32 in this game, and there's 16 characters in Giants, where did the other 2 come from? Zook and Cinder Series 2. Zook and Cinder. Oddly specific. I should probably throw the healing potion on. I maybe played a bit too willy-nilly this time around. I mean, Cinder I kind of get because she was in the starter pack, but why Zook? very strange. Oh, there he goes.
Heroic challenge
That's
complete.
peculiar.
Excellent job.
You did it! I've seen plenty of heroes go down in this challenge, but you really hung in
5 out
there
of 8 of the
and nailed it.
forgotten challenges
I'm
are in
impressed.
Giants. Chop Chop.
And I don't say that often.
Chop Chop got Cinder's challenge. Cinder got a new challenge. Zoot got a new one as well. I guess that makes a little sense if they replaced them. Alright, we're halfway done here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 on top of the 13 we've done. Okay, so we're halfway done.
Your wounds
You've got a few
heal
seconds to
over
find a
time.
single
Oh,
key
whoops, I
located
didn't want to
in
put
one
that
of these
on.
many barrels. Impossible, right? Well, it would be, except that the enemies in this dungeon are special. You receive extra time for each and every one you take down.
Really?
3, 2, 1.
Let's just make taking them down easier then.
Invisible pirate ghosts now fight at your side.
Oh my god, the frame rate is just gonna absolutely drop. Okay, right. Now find the key in the barrels. I think they wanted a starter pack for you to have the new challenge so when you go out of your way to buy another character for it. Yeah. The one that's standing out to me more is Zook rather than Cinder. Oh, right, I gotta be getting the barrels. What am I doing? Right, get the key. Get the anvil out. Only had to pick someone. Yeah, I suppose. It just... I don't know. Zook just isn't the one that comes to mind first. I would have assumed it would have been like... I feel like it would have made most sense to do Spyro. Can't get over just the cartoon sound effect of getting hit. There's the key, and there's the gate. All right.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
Wow! Didn't think you had it in ya. But you took this challenge on and really tore it up. Enjoy the extra power.
If I can get this done within about 2 hours, I probably will play just a little bit longer and try to get a couple more stars before we swap games. Hit green chompies, not purple. Okay.
So believe it or not all chompies are bad. And this particular dungeon contains the very rare...
Are you on an
purple
emulator?
chompy.
No, I am
Your
on
mission
an
is
official Wii. Or, well, I guess a Wii
clear
U.
out all the regular old green ones, but leave the purple guys around. You can take out one so long as it's by accident. But take out two, and it's game over, buddy.
Ooh, okay, so I cannot use the spin move at all. Nope, can't get that one. But yeah, no, we're gonna play all the games on the Wii U. I originally wanted to do the 360 version, but you know, fate chose otherwise. And so we're doing the Wii version. Which I've learned that's not a bad thing though, so I'm happy it worked out that way.
You're halfway there.
Okay, this challenge is a lot easier than what they made it out to be.
You've almost made it.
I thought this was gonna be impossible. Yep, Wii version's better. So I've heard. Although, with all the stories I'm hearing about the HD version, I'm so curious. So I think maybe we'll play that one as like a casual playthrough someday. Not anytime soon, though. Alright, we need 2 more green chompies. That all being said, though, I have actually played the game on a Wii emulator, and it works pretty well. That being said, though, some of my figures did get corrupted when I played on the emulator, and they had to, like, be frequently reset. So keep that in mind if you ever decide to do that. There we go.
Challenge complete. Excellent job.
Wow. Didn't
that was
think you had it in ya. But you took this challenge on and really tore it up. Enjoy the extra power.
First finally, you grant a heroics on... Yeah, I wish I could. Take out 100 chompies by finding the best spawners.
Another mine?
3, 2, 1.
I'm just gonna assume the best spawner's not the first one I see, so we're gonna ignore the fact that I just one-shot that. Oh, here we go. Maybe? Found Sky Reader when half over up. Oh, what's Sky Reader? I assume it's a way to alter, like... Oh, here we go. This is what I'm gonna want.
You're halfway there. You're almost making it.
I'm hoping I could just do it by running this way. We're gonna see. There we go, okay. Character attribute editor. Okay, that makes sense. Kind of wish the winged boots lasted a little longer. Yeah, just a little.
And really tore it up. Enjoy the extra
But
power.
when you do have max speed, as much speed as possible, I think it lasts a good time. Defeat 8 giant spiders. Someone found a glitch where the boots became infinite, but they don't know why yet and couldn't replicate it. I feel like I may have seen that.
Not my favorite bug by a long
How
shot.
recent was that? Because I feel like I saw something similar when I was younger. But it's a very vague memory, so I don't know if it's just a fake memory. I'm sure people will figure out someday. Alright, that's 2. Yeah, like when you've got like max speed, it feels so good. Someone mentioned it a few days ago in the Speed Laser. Okay, yeah, so it's a recent thing. So it's probably just a fake childhood memory then. I don't know, I just feel like I remember seeing a video when I was younger about that, but who knows? I wonder what'll happen if they figure it out, though. Because you're probably gonna have people that just want to split it into its own category.
Spider eliminated. Heroic
Easy.
challenge complete. Excellent job.
Wow, didn't think you had it in ya. But you took this challenge on and really tore it up. Enjoy the extra power.
Spider eliminated.
Okay. What do we got next? Destroy automatons and other enemies to score 75 points. This doesn't seem too bad.
Enchanted
These islands are
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so this is just a kill 75 enemies challenge. Easy. Are the enemies purposefully weaker in these modes, or is it just because my Dino-Rang's, like, really strong? Because my Dino-Rang's not even fully upgraded. Okay, they're made very weak. It definitely feels that way. Probably for the best, though, because then you can ensure that every Skylander can do it. Okay, let's look around just a little bit more before we take that. I believe when you see it, I don't know how consistent it is. Yeah, I'm hoping you could just kill these guys normally. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't feel like getting a bomb. I'm starting to think maybe you can't kill these guys without a bomb. I thought you could.
1 minute remaining.
Okay, I'm going.
Almost made it.
I'm probably gonna lose because of that. I feel like you can kill them in the levels normally, so I just assumed it would have been the same. Yeah, I only needed to kill one of them.
Excellent job.
You did it! I've seen plenty of heroes.
I
go
think that
down in
one's
this
just a little
challenge,
too
but
lenient.
You really
That seems a
hung in
bit
there
strange.
and nailed it. I'm impressed. And I don't say that often.
Alright, so we're on the last 10 now. We're gonna taste a treat by taking out pirates. Okay, you know, I thought this was gonna take like 2 hours, but now I feel like this second half of them is just really, really easy. So yeah, we're probably gonna go for a couple stars after this. Also, my winged boots already ran up. What? I'm gonna pull this out to see if I can hit the enemies on there with the anvil. That being said, it's probably gonna slow me down a bit more than I'd like. Oh, it totally works! Get him! Yeah! Sounds very easy with Spyro on the Blitz pack. Does that let him hit the enemies without needing a bomb? I assume so. see there was a door back here, but it said we needed to get the enemies. Yeah, so it's not gonna let me. Yeah, I feel like anyone that could just walk up to them would automatically make the challenge easier. Like Trigger Happy just throwing a pot at them. What enemies did I miss? Is it just Chompies in the barrels? Try pirate swords? You know, I was thinking that, but I didn't know if they would actually chase after him. But thank you for reminding me.
Invisible pirate. Now fight at your side.
You've almost made it.
I guess that door was just locked off for the sake of being locked off. Oh, and our Dino-Rang's now level 10. Nice. Uh-oh.
One more to go.
Oh, you know what? You probably get these 8 and then okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, hopefully I can get there with the pirate swords. Yeah, they got him. Easy. Oh, I gotta pick it up. It's
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
the magic items make these a breeze. I'm gonna make sure I have all of them on standby. Where are my other ones? There we go. There's sparks. And then I just need the hourglass. Although I don't know if we're going to use the hourglass for anything.
You did it! I've seen plenty of heroes go down in this challenge, but you really hung in there and nailed it. I'm impressed. And I don't
I also
say
have
that often.
genuinely no idea where my hourglass went, so... we probably weren't going to use it anyway. Retrieve the ancient book of magic from the spell punks.
Spell punks from each elemental class rule this island, and it's time someone took them down a peg. Plus, they've acquired
Yeah,
an
I have
ancient book of
completely
magic,
lost the
and I
hourglass
shudder
of
to think
time.
what terrible schemes they plan on using it for.
I don't know
Get rid
where
of
it
those
went.
creepy guys and bring the book back to safer hands.
3,
Oh, well.
1.
Enchanted boots grant you great speed.
Now you're using up my boots. You're using up my boots with the unskippable cutscenes? Oh my god. How rude. Barely even got to use them. Maybe a longer duration would have been nice. Hey, do they only have 1 health? That's actually really convenient if that's the case. I wonder if Sparks can get him. Or if he's stuck on ground level, so he probably... I don't know. We'd have to see. Get him. Are there any more, like, extremely difficult ones I'm gonna have to worry about? Been trying to protect this air spell punk, this fire spell punk, and this earth spell punk. Oh, my sword's right now. Hold on. It's one moment. Not really. Okay. It definitely does seem like the Double Troubles is probably the hardest one. And it'll be interesting to attempt it with other characters. I will say, I disagree with ELQ just a little bit. I think it'll be possible with Eruptor. We just gotta think on it. And we gotta experiment. We'll see. Because I already have a few ideas with like the magic items, and maybe we could try the erupting move, but just like space it to where only the edge hits the enemy instead of the painting. Okay, Sparks can't get it. I think it'll be more than doable. It'll take a lot of planning and a lot of trial and error.
One more to go.
All right, where's the last one? Where is the last one? You having fun there, man, Mr. Troll? The undead. Okay. Easy. As long as you don't have the upgrades from his path. He might have a few upgrades. As much as I want to avoid it, I don't mind resetting a Skylander. But if I do reset him, I'm 100% just gonna, like, you know, money glitch.
Go! You just aced
Just to
one
get the
tough
upgrades I
heroic
need.
challenge. Now, not only will you get some extra power, but also
I'm
my
gonna do all
own
his other challenges so he has a good
personal
speed boost. Yeah, that'll be the plan. Alright, I think there's 7 or 8 more. Alright, 8 more. Head for the islands and collect 75 charms. I'll probably end up
Welcome
saving
to Charm
Eruptor
Island.
for
You could
way
also
later
call it
on.
Pirate Island
We'll see.
because it's filled with those jerks too. See if you can collect 75 magic charms in the short.
3, 2, 1.
I mean, that's just plain unfair to put him there. Come on. I can't get those.
Enchanted boots grant you great speed.
Whose challenge is this? Because it's got to be like a water Skylander, right? Wham shells. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Wow, I don't even know the heroic challenge of one of my favorite Skylanders. I'm a fake fan.
Halfway there.
You know, I will say, I'm actually pretty relieved that these aren't nearly as bad as I thought they were gonna be. Because I remember struggling on them when I did them when I was younger, and I don't know, they just don't seem that bad now. How do we get up there? Okay, it looks like we gotta go around. On PS3, that could be a struggle. Yeah, I never understood that. Some ports of games could just be infinitely harder on one platform. A game that immediately comes to mind is Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform. If anyone owned the Wii U version of that game, they know exactly what I'm talking about. The story mode in the Wii U version was impossible. Because in All-Stars Racing Transform, there's a challenge you have to do where it's like, there's a bunch of traffic, there's a bunch of cars on the road, and you have to get between the cars to increase the timer. You know, and then you just go for as long as you can. It is impossible in the Wii U version. The timer is strict, the AI is like, it makes some things genuinely impossible to fit through. You can't do it. And then I got the PC version, and I did it like first try, if I remember. Find the log of Nort. And I know it's not just a me thing either. There's a content creator called Darkspine Sonic, and he speedruns a lot of games. He used to play a bunch. I'm pretty sure he still streams every now and again. And he validated it. He confirmed it for me. The Wii U version is just unnecessarily difficult for some reason. I didn't read what the challenge was. Uh-oh. Okay, gotta find a bomb. Any bombs around here? Did it hurt when I turned 16 or 17? Hurt in what way? Physically, no. I can't recall any pain. And I guess I couldn't really recall any emotional pain either. When it sank in that your childhood is slipping. Oh, nah. To me, that... Because, I mean, obviously there were moments where I felt that way. But at the same time, what's stopping me from reliving aspects of it? As, you know, case in point, I'm playing Skylanders when I'm 20 years old. It only slips away if you let it. But you gotta... It's all about managing it. You know, moderation is key. That's a very important rule. I feel like I didn't get that. So I wouldn't be surprised if I did have a moment like that when I was younger, or when I just, like, right as I turned 18. But I don't think it lasted long, if it did. Yeah, like you can very easily, like, you can still enjoy games, enjoy your free time, shows, hanging out with friends. There is nothing stopping you. It is so nice that you just plow through the enemies in this.
1 minute remaining.
All right, there we go. Talked to a friend about it. He said he didn't accept the fact that he was 17, and it got worse when he turned 18. Oh my god, hold on. There's so many enemies. Oh my god. I'm sorry, that was poor timing. But,
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
I could see it overwhelming people. I mean, I'm gonna be turning 21 this year. You know, I'm gonna be old enough to drink.
You had it in ya, but you took this challenge
And it just
on
doesn't
really
feel that
tore
way
it
to me.
up. Enjoy the extra power.
But no, I can't say I ever personally had that struggle. There we go. We gotta speed through. Zoo's challenge. Stop thieves from stealing the jewel hearts. I won't lie. The challenges end up kind of blending in.
Enchanted book. 3, 2, 1.
Like, you could have told me this was a Gill Grunt challenge or a Sonic Boom challenge. And I would have, I mean, I wouldn't see it as anything different. My boots! You're using up my boots again! Get over here! God. Please. Come on! Okay. Kind of nice they reuse parts of the level to do something different with it. That's true. I do like that. A lot of these do seem to take place in the same levels. But, I mean, I like Leviathan Lagoon a lot, so I like that a lot of challenges take place in it.
You're halfway there.
God, it's gonna be so weird going from Giants to Swap Force. I will say, as more time goes on, we're probably gonna be able to play the games back-to-back even faster. Just because, like, in the time that I'm collecting for Giants, I'm also going to be collecting for Swap Force and Trap Team and Superchargers. Oh, hey, Circus! I hope you're having a good day. Although, I do have to apologize, Circus. I know I wrote it down, and I'm sincerely sorry. I forgot to do the raid. I've never done a raid before, and it slipped my mind. I didn't think to do it. But I will try my best to remember if you want me to do it again today. So I hope you can forgive me for that. Although because I remembered to do it like 10 to 15 minutes after I ended the stream. Although they seem to be doing very well. They had like over 100 viewers, which was insane to me. I can't imagine ever getting partnered. I don't know if I'd ever be able to reach that point. I feel like you're revisiting it in a different mission. Yeah. I like that it's just snippets of the levels as well, and it just feels good. Because if you imagine if you had to like go through an entire level just to get to one thing. For example, the Trap Team villain quests, where it doesn't feel good when you know you could have just done it really quickly. You know what? Go ahead. Go ahead. Walk on that bridge. See what happens. Easy.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
Way to go! You just aced one tough heroic challenge. Now, not only will you get some extra power, but also my own personal thumbs up.
The only thing that could make this better is if I could skip that dialogue. I feel like a good 3 minutes have been spent just listening to it. Bombs to the wall. Use bombs to find 25 magic charms. Friend has a subathon so you can raid him when you want. Okay.
Enchanted
The Drow
boots
maintain no
grant
one
you
can
great
mess
freedom.
Yeah, I'll try my best to remember this time. It's just, again, I've never done it before. So it didn't cross my mind when I was wrapping things up for Sonic Colors. Which, be glad neither of y'all were there for that, by the way. That didn't go very well. You could have made no errors, but the system wish to have figured out what game it ought to make. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, this isn't even something they had to do. They could have just made it to where you get the stat ups when you level up the characters. So the fact that they made like a whole challenge mode to get these stat ups, I like it. I like it a lot. We got a button here. What are we gonna get? The charms are throwing me off so much because, again, they just look like health packs from a shooter.
You're halfway there.
All right, we're doing well so far. We still got 2 minutes left. Yeah, I don't think any of them are really going to put up a super big challenge, which I'm thankful for. Do you know the chompy secret from Giants? No. I think you asked last time, but I don't think you specified what secret. But no, I don't believe I do. It's so nice to have all the movement speed now. Oh, this is the beginning. Whoops. With a random floating spark. It's the nightmare cutscene. Can't say I know what that is, no. I hate this challenge on the PS3 version. Clicking chimes gives you a weird squish sound. Oh no. Have you ever played Purple Place?
You've almost made it.
Put frosting on a cake, it makes that exact sound. Purple Place does not sound familiar, but I think I can imagine it.
One more
okay,
heroic
not
challenge
bad.
complete. Excellent job.
I like the challenges that give you room for error. You know, it's nice.
Wow, didn't think you had it in ya. But you took this challenge on and really tore it up. Enjoy the extra power.
All right, 5 more. Rescue all the sheep from their troll captors. Am I doing all the games on this one on Nightmare? Yes, I am.
3, 2,
If ever I'm completing a game 100%, I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty for sure. Because I consider that a part of completion. Although, that being said, I don't think you get Nightmare mode to begin with on a lot of them. Purple Place was a computer game. Search up the cake game on YouTube. I think I could do that real quick. I'm curious. Oh my god, I think I used to own this game. Oh, this is a memory I didn't realize I had. Oh, no. Hold on. Is this the noise that you're talking about? I'm hoping that played. Yeah, that's funny.
rescue.
Yeah, part of it. I didn't want to spend too long on it, but that's funny. You see the chompy by the clothes from the giant boss. Unfortunately, Giants is so fuzzy on my memory that I don't think I know it at all. But hey, I mean, we'll see it when we get there. Enemy goal, okay. Are all the heroic challenges in Giants timed as well? I assume so, but I'm unsure.
We're halfway there.
Two more pens, about a minute and a half left. This shouldn't be too bad. All right, 1 pen left.
You've almost made it.
They are, okay. I don't mind the time limits, it's just... it can add a little bit of stress to it. There we go. Lead the sheep to freedom. Oh, no. I didn't realize I was going to have to do that.
1 minute remaining.
Oh, it's right here. Do I just walk in there, or do I actually have to bring them?
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent
Okay.
job.
You did it! I've seen plenty of heroes go down in this challenge, but you really hung in there and nailed it. I'm impressed. And I
All
don't
right,
say that
4
often.
more. Yeah, so if it's gonna take about 2 hours of character, and apologies for repeating, I think we're only gonna go 1 at a time per session. Unless I just plan to do a whole day of Skylanders.
In
3, 2, 1.
Okay, well, I didn't read what we were supposed to
Have
do, but...
revealed a key.
Okay, get a key, open the cage. Got it. Easy.
You have revealed a key.
Hey, it'll... Yeah, I wish I could skip it. You know what, though? I can't really poke fun at her because I repeat things a lot as well. You know, sometimes it's just good to get your point across. At the expense of the patience of others. Alright, what do we need to do here? Okay, I see. I thought maybe I could cheese it, like it might have been a bounce pad that launches you, but no. Where's the next cage? Is it down here? Okay, there we go. Steel plate says it should come in on the 4th. Nice! I actually don't know when my next ones are coming in. Can I make this? Ooh! Can I play with Slam Bam? So, right now, we're doing Dino-Rang's heroic challenges. However, I think I am gonna do... Okay, there we go. I think I am gonna try and get a couple stars. I'll play Slam Bam for those. Just to go back and get a collectible or two before we swap games. Okay, I need the key for that one. Is it just in one of these barrels?
You have revealed a key.
Oh, you only have to get 6. There's more than 6, though.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
Screw the guy down there, I guess.
Way to
The package
go!
says it'll arrive
You
next
just
month. Sounds like a
aced
long
one
time
tough
to realize
heroic
it's the end of the
challenge.
month.
Now, not only will you get some extra
God, it
power,
really is the end of
but also
February
my
already,
own
isn't it?
Personal thumbs up.
Plus 7 of the Troll's Pipes. Exactly 6 cages of the PS3 version.
Enchanted.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, do I need something specific? Okay, no, okay, I can just break them. Excuse me, out of the way. Oh, can't go that way.
Destroyed.
How many words can you speak in Dutch? I unfortunately don't know any Dutch. I know a little bit of German, but very minimal because I forgot most of it. But no, I'm from America. I'm from Texas, so English is kind of the only thing I know. We don't need to go there. just this away. Oh, that's all 7. Easy.
Heroic challenge complete.
Man,
Excellent
some
job.
of these, they give you a lot of time to do it. Then again, though, I am using the winged boots.
You did it!
And I have all the
I've seen
speed
plenty of heroes go
upgrades
down in
and the
this
speed
challenge,
hat.
but you really hung in there and nailed it. I'm impressed. And I don't say that often.
Oh boy, I am going to massively mispronounce this. Should I even attempt Kastklampen Windmolens? Yeah, no, if that's Dutch or German, I unfortunately don't know it.
Enchanted boots grant you great.
3, 2, 1.
Am I doing breaking barrels? Okay, we're breaking barrels.
Wrong color, wrong color.
Okay, break the big book. Break the big barrels to be a certain color. And then I can break the other colors. Gotcha. This challenge is very easy. It seems easy. Wrong color, wrong color. Oh, really? Yeah, this one definitely seems easy. The constant wrong color because I'm an AoE character gets a little annoying now. Oh wait, I can get this. Oh, you even have to be a specific color for teleporters? Huh. Oh my god, here's a good chunk of them.
Excellent job.
Yeah, that one's a little too easy. How many are left? 2?
Wow, didn't think you had it in ya. But you took this challenge on and really tore it up. Enjoy the extra power.
Changed.
Oh no, there's only one! Destroy the cat statues. Warning, this is tough. I love the warning.
Enchanted
Okay,
boots
I know
grant
this
you
sounds
great
totally
speed.
crazy.
3, 2, 1.
Bonk.
Spirit freed.
Oh no, her vase.
Oh, don't break the vases. Gotcha. Whoops.
Spirit freed. Spirit freed.
Uh-oh. Whoops.
Spirit freed.
Not the vase.
I'm sure it's fine. Why does she have so many vases? Wait, there's one.
Vase?
Oh, come on, that one wasn't even me.
You're halfway there.
I didn't break that.
Spirit freed.
Check over here. Oh. The vases are fine. You have plenty of them.
Spirit freed.
Oh, he's rich. This is her own personal island where she keeps her vases and cat statues.
Oh no, it's my vase. The vase?
One more to go.
You have like 200 vases. Oh, hi, King Llama. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, we're doing some Dino-Rang trials. Sorry, not trials, heroic challenges. And this is actually the last one. But we're not quite done after this. We're gonna play a couple levels.
Heroic challenge
But yeah, thanks for stopping
Excellent
by.
job.
All right. Dino-Rang is officially the first character to get all of his heroic challenges done.
Wow, didn't think you had it in ya. But you took this challenge
You also
on
have
and
you like
really
using
tore
him.
it up.
Yeah, he's fun.
Enjoy the extra power.
He seems to be a fan favorite. All right, I just want to double check.
Spirit freed.
Okay, back to the ruins. Warning, this is tough. Yeah, the only one that applies for is the painting one, but even then, I think it was only tough for me because I didn't know the layout of the map.
Enchanted boots grant you great speed.
You like Boomer better? Yeah, Boomer's pretty fun. All of them are fun. Also, look at those stats. Oh my god. I will say, I do wish we got more money in the heroic challenges, because I did want to max him out as well. I thought maybe you would get a bunch of money in them, but I guess not. Oh man, I'm gonna need almost 6K for these, even with the discount. Save the purple chompies is also pretty tough. I didn't struggle with that one. I don't know if the purple chompies just got stuck, but there were barely any. All right, so Circus wanted to see Slam Bam. I am gonna take the hat off of him real quick. What would be fitting for Slam Bam, other than the Christmas hat, because that's a little too obvious. Oh, I like this one on him. Yeah. See, the purple chomp is pretty tough, especially with Double Trouble. Oh, that's true. You get Prison Break, go to the title. Oh, go to the little kid. Okay. Yeah, there have been some pretty good ones. I think if you walk up to him with Dino-Rang, he's just like, you're the coolest person I've ever met.
So, do you poop diamonds?
That's a very personal question. I won't confirm or deny. Can you play the game in Dutch? You said I had to reset, like, the whole Wii to Dutch, and I personally just don't want to do that. Especially since we're going to be playing other things. Oh, thank you, King Llama. Means a lot to me. I also hope I fixed the follower thing, because it wasn't working last time I streamed, I don't think. What would be a good level? We could go do the Layer of Chaos, because I already know where the stuff is. Yeah, let's do that. Well, no, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just get over with. But no, Circus, we're only going to be playing 1 or 2 levels, and then we're going to be changing games.
You have arrived at the moment.
Wait, why am I back on Dino-Rang? I just instinctively put him back on. Whoops.
The fire element are stronger in this zone.
And then this should also get Slam Bam leveled up a little bit. Oh, that was such a meaty hit right there.
Skylanders of the magic element are stronger in this zone.
All right, go, go, go. I can zoom past them. And we don't have to worry about the elemental gates. Because if I go fast enough... Yeah, as long as I don't die and I go fast enough, I think we could just get the time goal as well. It's looking like this is actually going to be... Oh, it's not a reset. It's in the settings. You need to translate the language in the Wii settings. Well, yes, but we're going to be playing, like, a game in English. And a game that's going to require me to know English. It's just hard to want to change the setting, because I'll have to change it back whenever we play something else.
Enchanted moves granting great speed.
Come on, slam bam. Come on. I'm hoping we could do this in 3 minutes. We'll have to see.
Skylanders of the Earth element are stronger than yourself.
I know you can pick the language ring factor, reset your Wii. I don't know, it just seems like a big thing to do for something that's we're not gonna really be keeping for that long. I gotta save him off, or else he's gonna die. And then we're gonna put Dino-Rang on with the pirate swords just to try and kill things faster. I wouldn't mind doing it for the future games, because in the future games, you could just do it on the fly. But seeing as how we're going to be playing a bunch of stuff on the Wii... Well, actually, I don't know if you could do it, because this is a Wii U, now that I think about it. I don't know if it would let me change it more easily, or... Because the Wii settings pretty much just don't exist. It's only the Wii U settings.
Skylanders of the magic element are stronger in this zone.
Alright, there's the Soul Gem. And in tradition, I'm gonna watch it. I'm hoping this doesn't count as level time, but... Alright, go, go, go. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do it. They want you to go... Because it said 3 minutes and 40 seconds? That's a... I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have let myself get sidetracked with actually fighting or picking up jewels.
Skylanders of the fire element are stronger in this zone.
Oh, can I squeeze through and fast enough? Okay. Kill these enemies. Well, that's the ending right there. Did I miss one? Oh, no, okay, I got the chest. I genuinely don't remember opening it. Oh, maybe I can get the time goal. Come on. Would probably be better if I was using like a fully upgraded Fire Skylander for the elemental bonus. Alright, is that it? Alright, well, we had no deaths, and we got the collectibles, so even if we don't get the timer, I don't mind doing the level again for it.
It is there.
Let's see. Yeah, no, we didn't get it. Ah, I let myself get too distracted, I think. And luckily, I don't have to fight the final boss again. I don't think, at least. So we can just go back to the ruins. I think maybe if I played Dino-Rang instead of Slam Bam at the beginning, just because Slam Bam doesn't have his heroics done.
Invisible pirate ghosts now fight at your side.
Alright, what can we look for next? Because at this point, it's just collectibles and time limits. It's pretty much just stars and heroic challenges. Also, maybe Slam Bam can get an upgrade? Nice. What do we want to upgrade on Slam Bam? What path? Pretty much everyone goes the top path, right? I don't think I've ever seen someone pick this one. Any suggestions? Yeah, I'm gonna check something while waiting. I wouldn't mind... Well, here, no, the top path makes your slide better, doesn't it? Ice is better for Nightmare. True. I don't know why I'm saying true. I literally said I never saw someone pick this. Well, for Nightmare mode, we're not gonna be using all these figures when we get to Giants. Do a poll? Do we I don't even know if I'm allowed to do polls. I don't even know how to do one. No, I mean I just say vote for now. We only have like 6 people in here. And 3 to 4 people consistently talk, so I would say if one of them gets 2 votes. Until then, I'm gonna look through the levels. Where are we still missing collectibles? Okay, well, I missed one in the schooner docks. I don't know how. So let's go to Sky Schooner docks. And then we can upgrade Slam Bam afterwards. So what did I miss here? It can't be the legendary treasure. I made sure to go get that.
All we need to do is find their elite air.
I missed a treasure chest. Yes, thank you, game. The best heroic challenge isn't in this game, sadly. What's the best heroic challenge?
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone.
Is it the best because of what it gives you, or is it just the most fun?
Down the Grove Warship.
Either with bladders or zombie dance party. Also was fun. Oh, whoops, I shouldn't have been looking at chat. Now, these sections are still going to continue to be a pain with the pointer controls. It'll be nice to not have to use the sensor bar for the future games. Although I do have to say... Oh, whoops. Is it bad that I want to play the Wii U version of Giants over the Wii version? Or should I just play the Wii version and suck it up? Because I don't know if the differences are as staggering as for this game or for Swamp Force. There we go.
You have defeated all the airships. Very impressive.
Where could I have missed a treasure chest? We're probably going to have to look at the elemental gates, even though I don't really want to go into them. And if that's the case, we may go for the enemy goal. You know, I may as well try. If you're on the Wii, you might as well play Wii U. Yeah, that was my mindset, but I didn't know if like it had a bunch of differences.
You need an undead...
An undead Skylander. Let's play Cinder, because she's the closest.
Fully charged.
Skylander to unlock this... Skylanders of the undead element are...
You know what? I don't
stronger in this zone.
think there's any enemies in here, but there may have been a chest I missed. So it's good to just check. You're going to Peter Piper Pizza in 15 minutes. Would it be best to hold off on Truth or Square then, if you're not going to be here? Or are you just going to be watching on your phone? Also, I've never heard of that pizza place before. You know, I got a strong feeling that the chest is going to be in here somewhere, if we didn't already get it. Watch the stream, but you won't be able to hear me. Ooh. I mean, it's up to you. I was gonna play it for you, so if you'd rather me just play something else, I've got other things I could play, and we could just play it another time.
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger.
Wait,
in
no,
this
right? I
zone.
wanted to check for the chest. 3DS version of Truth or Square went hard. I never played that one. I have the Wii
Of
version.
the undead element are stronger in this zone.
You know what? No. I think we would have came across it if it was in there. Oh, it's just the DS version.
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone.
Could you imagine if... Oh, you know what? I'm so silly. I was about to say, could you imagine if Battle for Bikini Bottom got a handheld version? And then I just remembered, I own the Game Boy game. It's... Now, we're gonna let this spawn some extra chompies. Like I said, entirely up to you. Because I don't mind playing Truth or Square, but I also don't mind waiting, and then we could just play like Super Mario 3D World instead. Or I could start up Metroid Dread, because that's something I've been wanting to play for a while as well. Run through an easy save file of Giants. No, I definitely want to wait. I want to do all the games in bulk, you know? Especially since it's been so long since I've done Giants. I'd probably forget how to do most of it. Oh, I missed one, whoops. We can win, okay. Then I'll most likely just play something else then. Yeah, there's never a time limit on these things. You said you wanted to marathon games. It's a Cosmic Shake. I don't know if I want to like marathon them as in like back to back to back. But I definitely want to play through some of them. I've always wanted to play Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, because I've heard so many like bad things about it, but it just seems fun. Come on. There we go. I need to upgrade Cinder some more, especially with all the money she has. It's so bad, it's good. I always love games like that, so I'm excited for it. I'm gonna get up Cinder. Let's play Prison Break for the Earth thing. And then I never finished the movie game as a kid, so I think that one could be fun to do. You know, I was one of like the thousands of kids that just could not beat Planktopolis. Also, Prison Break has a lot of money. I'm surprised we haven't upgraded him. So I'll be sure to do him, Slam Bam, and Cinder. So if I remember, we need to fall in
Skylanders
here.
of the Earth are stronger than this zone.
And then we need to make sure we're killing the Chompies by the Chompy Pods. Anyway. It's a shame that the movie game seems to get such a bad rep nowadays. Just because it had a lot of, like, backtracking and returning the levels. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand. Oh, okay, it's the one in here. That makes sense. I think people actually told me that when we did this level. But yeah, I never minded the backtracking in the movie game when I was younger. We're gonna kill a few more. Although the issue is there, I don't know how I would stream it. Unless I could get my old Wii to work. Well, no, because I don't have VGA to HDMI. I'd have to think, because I have the GameCube version. You're eating a drumstick before we go. Man, you got cake, drumsticks, pizza.
Skylanders of the air
What a day.
are stronger in this zone.
I hope you had a good birthday, man. Sometimes, you know, birthdays can feel a little empty, but I do hope you had a genuinely good one, especially since it's an important one. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. All right, I'm hoping we get the enemy goal here. If we don't, then I guess I just have to farm the Chompy Pods more. All right, just in case, I'm gonna go back here because I think there might be a Chompy Pod where the legendary treasure is. It doesn't look like it though. Oh no, okay, there it is, there it is. I do have to think of what we're gonna play though, because I do want to play a second game. Or I guess if we wanted, we could just do more heroic trials and just do a second character. I don't know how much I want to do that though. this should hopefully be enough. And then if we get the enemy goal, we're gonna play this level again and try to do the time trial. Which that definitely won't be difficult. We'll just use Dino-Rang for it. Yeah. Oh. I think I'm gonna lean towards playing some more Bowser's Fury since I haven't touched that since we first tried it. That Earth is flying. Such a strange arc. And yet they feel easier to aim than the ones we were using before. I guess this is an example of like all the elements having like something different. Even though these sections don't really come up very often. All right. Let's hope we got the enemy goal. I didn't get the enemy goal. Really? Oh, man. Do you really just have to sit there farming chompies for like 10 minutes? Oh, boy. That's a little much for me. But, I mean, I'm still willing to do it. Alright, here we go. This should give us a yellow prism break. Yeah! I love it. Oh, and it even fits his hat better. Awesome. And then Cinder desperately needs upgrades.
Scorch.
Yeah, because she didn't even have her flight yet. Should I dash range or Ghost do more damage? Let's just go with more dash range. There we go. All right. I'm trying to think of what we could do. I think we're gonna go for. We're gonna try to get the time trial on Chaos one more time, and we're gonna use Dino-Rang the entire time. And then we'll swap games. Yeah, because I honestly think it's probably just gonna get really boring if I save all the time trials for the, just for the end. I think because it could be fun to just do the whole game in one big sitting, but at the same time, just pretty much nothing's gonna happen if I do that. Go, go, go.
Skylanders of the magic element are
And we're gonna try to
stronger
scoop up
in
some
this
money
zone.
as well so we can get Dino-Rang's final upgrades. How well does the boot work with Jova? Hi, Robotank. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. I don't know, but I imagine the boot would work extremely well. We'd have to wait until I do Drobot's Heroics to really see it at full power. Also, it's just a bit of a shame that I just used up the boot for this level. But yeah, I imagine it'd work great with Drobot. In fact, honestly, Drobot is probably a character that I'm going to work on next time. Because he's one that I feel like didn't get enough attention throughout the playthrough. Please. Oh, don't kill me. We're going to get the healing elixir out. And the portal wants to do this. Oh, what a first impression. For Robotech. Yeah, this happens. It's the Traptanium portal, and while it's not my preferred one, it's the simplest one because I can just use it with every game. It'll come back in just a moment. Oh, any second. Yep, the Tempertanium portal. Come on, it's never taken this long before, though. There it goes. I really hope that doesn't count for the time for the level, or I'm gonna be upset. Alright, we gotta zoom.
Skylanders of the Earth element are stronger.
And you know what? I'm probably gonna swap to Eruptor right at the end. You know what? I can ignore these guys and just grab the key. So if I decide I don't want to use the money glitch, and I want to get all the money legit, it looks like you would just replay this level over and over again, wouldn't you? It's taking a lot longer to end up unplugging the portal. Yeah, I could see that. What's the money glitch? You use the magic item that summons a treasure chest, and you open it. And then every time you talk to an NPC, it resets the chest so you can just open it again. Come on, let me through. The start of it. Oh, so you don't do the whole level? You open it where? Typically in the hub world. Because you can get it to spawn right next to people. And so you'll open the chest, you'll collect everything, talk to a person, open the chest, collect everything, talk to a person. You know, if you want to hang, I could show it off after this level. And we could just fully max out Dino-Rang. So we're probably going to swap to Eruptor here right at the end. I gotta wait for these guys to... Okay. So I'm gonna throw on the Pirate Swords and Eruptor. Also, I'm curious what that link is, what that image is. I'll check it here in a sec.
Invisible
I don't think this is gonna be fast enough either, honestly. Dang, how do you get the time on this level? Yeah, I didn't get it, Drobot. Yeah, the problem is, Drobot just isn't leveled up. He's not leveled up and he doesn't have upgrades, because as we were playing through the game, I was taking requests for any character, and no one ever requested him. Any character with decent DPS. Yeah, maybe that's the problem, is that my only max character is Dino-Rang. We'll get it eventually. Either with Stealth Elf, Drobot, Cinder. We'll see. Although Cinder doesn't have decent DPS.
pirate ghosts now fight at your side.
Yeah. So basically, well, one thing I do want to say is that this is a lot easier to do at the beginning of the game because there's only so many set locations the chest can spawn.
Find a special hidden dragon treasure.
But once you have the whole hub world unlocked, there's so many different spots it could spawn in. So, like, where's this one? Yeah, so, like, this one's not around any other NPCs, so we're gonna move it.
A secret treasure chest has appeared.
Although the one I used to use the most as a kid was the one next to Persephone, because then you could just instantly buy the upgrades. Alright, where is it? Did I already pass by it? Oh, here's a good example because Diggs is right here. Just seems broken on the PS3 version. Yeah, so you open it, you get all the money, you talk to someone. You can't talk to Diggs? Are you serious? Oh my god. Well, just to show you, I'll talk to Quigley.
I can't believe your boomerangs come back to you like that. I thought that was just a myth.
Oh, who does she say is cool then? Or who does he say who's cool? Maybe it was Drobot. But yeah, the treasure chest just comes back. And so you look for a really good spot. And eventually you could just do it back to back to back.
Treasure chest has appeared.
Okay, it is Drobot. My bad. I said Dino-Rang earlier. Here's another good one, I think. Yeah, because this guy's here, Gurglefin.
Nice.
But, the best time to do it is on a new save file, because they're right next to Callie and Flynn. Yeah, so why don't we do this and we just consider Dino-Rang fully done.
Nice. Nice. First.
I saw it, but I didn't know what was illegal about it. It was just flash wing with a bunch of stats.
Nice.
But yeah, you can just keep doing this. Giant's characters can only go... Oh, 50 heroics, okay. I didn't catch that part.
Nice.
And then, something I will tell y'all, if you have the Wii version, if you avoid collecting the treasure and you open up 3 of these, it will crash the game immediately.
Nice.
Yeah, so you have to open it and try to collect as little treasure as you can, and then you just spawn another one in the same place. So it would have been nice to know
Nice.
when this game first came out. You know what? I got lucky. I figured it out when I was, you know, like 11, 12 years old with a friend. And so what we would do is, in 2-player mode, one person would stand by the NPC while the other person opens the chest to maximize just how quickly we do it.
Nice.
Probably doesn't work on the PS3 version. It might. No, surely the treasure will work. It's from Spyro's Adventure.
Nice.
Unless you have the platinum chest, because I don't have that one. So yeah, we'll do this until we have 6,000. And then we'll just go buy Dino-Rang's upgrades, and he'll be the first character 100%ed for Goatman's birthday.
Nice.
However, that does come with the downside of the fact that Dino-Rang will literally never be played again.
Nice.
Until Trap Team, where he gets his Eons Elite. Unless he got a figure before then. I'm pretty sure he didn't, though. Oh, I know. Dino-Rang's Trap Team wasn't even... Or Eon's Elite wasn't even Trap Team. It was Superchargers. Oh, you know what? You're right. I do still have to max up the characters' heroics and quests if they have them. Alright, you'll get your Dino-Rang back eventually. But not until Giants. Alright, we should only have to open this up like 2 more times. And EE's heroics. Oh, Eon's Elite, right. Oh, am I gonna have to bring the Eon's Elite back to Spyro's Adventure? For their heroics?
Nice.
Oh, no. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, again, then I have to get them to level 20. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't think this far ahead. Oh, no.
Nice.
This is gonna take so long. This is gonna take multiple years of my life. Oh, that's funny. All right. Dino-Rang is officially done. It's the saying Giants are already rough. Yeah, and it only gets worse and worse as time goes on. Giants Heroics, Giants Quest, level 20, Swap Force quests. Oh, man. On top of just registering all of them in the future games. Because registering every character, that takes like an hour to 2 hours, and I feel like by the time we get to Imaginators, it's going to take 3 or 4. It's going to take forever. That's over 400 figures we have to register. But yeah. Dino-Rang is officially the first character, not counting the hero level from the browser game. There's nothing I could do about this. Just need to get him to level 20 and fully upgrade. Yeah, and then well, every sensei also has to get their special ability. Okay. So yeah, the one that we would do when I was younger, I'll see if I can get it to spawn. You can get one to spawn right over here by Dragon's Peak. Wait, no. No, we established it wasn't called Dragon's
A
Peak.
secret treasure chest has an...
Hold on. Oh, no, it is Dragon's Peak. Okay. I don't know what I called it last time, then. And then I'm also going to have to fully upgrade all the vehicles and
A
superchargers.
secret treasure chest has appeared.
Yeah, you can never get it to spawn where you want, by the way. It takes forever. It's...
A secret treasure
What about
chest has
Imaginators? What am I going to do for them? So for the Imaginators themselves, I'm going to get one of every creation crystal. And then I'm just going to max them out. I don't think I'm going to try to get like all the upgrade paths or something. I think I'm just going to max out one of each creation crystal type. Which, how many are there again? I think there's 20-something? Here, I have the site pulled up. All right, here we go. There are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24... 27, 30, 33, 34. Yeah, there's 34. What's max level for them? I think Goatman said it was 63 or 64. I thought it was 50, so I was surprised to find out that it went even higher than that. Oh, you're 17 now. Oh, I thought you were going from 17 to 18. Not 16 to 17. My bad. If I said 18 earlier. Alrighty. Well, that is the first of 37 characters in Spyro's Adventure. He's level 10, he's got all his upgrades, and all of his heroics done. So I'm gonna go put him on the shelf. And I will be right back in just a few seconds. No more Dino-Rang until Skylanders Giants. So who should we do next? Like, who should I just go ahead and plan for? I'll let you pick, Trash Guy. Oh, wait, no, Voodoo. There's a vote for Voodoo. That could be an interesting one. I was not the biggest Voodoo fan as a kid. So fully upgrading him and trying him out, that could be a fun way to learn to love him. Right, Voodoo or Sunburn. So we'll probably do those two just back to back then. Or like maybe at the same time. I mean, you can even see with this replay through. I just didn't play him that much. Yeah. I promised ELQ I would not buy Sunburn's Soul Gem.
Whoa, watch where you're swinging that axe, buddy.
All right. Well, at pretty much the 3-hour mark, I do think we are going to be swapping games here. I know what the title says, and we were originally going to play the Wii version of Truth or Square, but Goatman unfortunately can't stick around and watch, and it was going to be for him specifically. It was going to be for his birthday. So I think we're just going to swap over to Super Mario 3D World, specifically Bowser's Fury. So for all the people that came... Oh, I thought I was having Alex tonight. That's true. You didn't know you were going to go out for dinner. But for all the people that came in for Skylanders, I do appreciate it. This is going to be the first in a long series of just grinding streams. But as long as I've got people to chat with, I don't mind. Yeah. I'm still having a lot of fun with the game, and I don't think I'm ever really going to get bored of it. I just hope that, I hope it doesn't get too bad, though. Like, by the time we get to Swap Force, I hope I'm not going crazy. But yeah, thank you for all the people that came in for Skylanders, and I'm going to leave y'all with some music while I set up the Switch with Bowser's Fury.